I try to stay organized with all of the plates I have spinning with to-do lists. And if I don't get it on the to-do list, I often forget to get it done. So I put a lot of effort into planning at the end of the day for the next day, what I need to get to and when I need to get to it. And I was talking to a colleague of mine who's retired, and he was laughing in a playful way at my lists. And he's also a person who in his life has been meticulously organized and planned out. But he encouraged me to always leave some room on my list to just be open to being surprised by grace. And he talks about how now in his retirement, he prays at the beginning of every day in gratitude for a new day and just prays for the grace to be open to learning something new in a new day. And I really appreciated hearing that wisdom. I've already experienced the truth of it, because often at the end of the day, when I'm working on my to-do list for the next day and looking back, where I find myself really encountering graced moments were not in things that I could have planned or put on that list. Maybe it was an impromptu or out-of-the-blue phone call from a parish member or a visit from a parish member. Or maybe it was a kind encounter with a staff person at a hospital while I was on my way to or from a parish member that I was visiting there. When I look back on my day, so often the moments of grace that I encounter are moments that I have bumped into. They're not moments I could have ever orchestrated or planned. And I know I'm not alone in that experience of life. As we find ourselves coming to the end of this Lenten season, I think of two central Lenten characters and how they bumped into grace. Simon of Cyrene, who was just there as a bystander and found himself conscripted into helping Jesus carry the cross, and that repentant thief. Neither Simon nor that thief could have ever imagined their day would unfold the way it did, that they would encounter grace in Jesus the way they did, but their lives were forever changed because they bumped into grace. And then that is a holy Lenten invitation for you and for me to pause and pray about. Reflecting on our journeys of life and faith and where we have bumped into grace in ways large and small, and really savor those gifts as they come to our hearts and souls and minds. But also to pray for the grace that my colleague does every day, which is to pray for the grace to be open this day to experiencing the gift of that grace that can never be orchestrated or planned again and anew. Lenten peace and blessings to you all.